Hello everybody, today we're going to be reacting to, drumroll please, MSM Flutter. Every class in MSM explained in 8 minutes.
The naturals. We're going to be starting off with the naturals, the base of every name. The natural class consists of the first 5 elements you'll ever see in My Singing Monsters: air, plant, earth, water, and cold. Every monster you see on the 5 natural islands has these elements, and so do the 3 main mascots of the game: Mammoth, Furcorn, and Pom-Pom. They were also the first class to ever be concepted for the game, with Furcorn actually being the first monster to be designed. Fire. The next class we're going to be talking about is Fire. Fire is technically the 6th natural element, though it's not listed as such in the main game. Fire monsters inhabit the 2 fire islands, 3 if you count Amber Island, as well as the 4 magical islands. Cana is the single element for fire, and was actually in the game far before Firehaven's release, with Cana being the quote-unquote mysterious monster on Tribal Island. In Dawn of Fire, fire monsters are treated as natural monsters. Additionally, Dawn of Fire is where we learn about what truly happened to the fire monsters in the first place. They hid out during the Cataclysm, basically the MSM rapture, and weren't discovered till years later. I hate this class. Seasonals. Moving on,
You
the
should
next
not
class
even
we have
tell
are...
us that you hated the class, because I love the fire class. I love every class, except for some classes, but I love the fire class. Do not put disrespect on their name.
Are the seasonals. Seasonals, as the name suggests, are only available during certain seasonal periods of the year.
You got that right.
Like, for example, Punkleton is available during Spooktical, which takes place around Halloween. Yule is available during Festival of Yay, which takes place around Christmas. You get the point. In lore, if I'm remembering this right, the seasonals are all cultivations of already existing things. To express this a little better, let's take Hula as our example. One monster placed a hula hoop ring around a pom-pom egg back in the Dawn of Fire, creating Hula. Things like that happen to many other random objects and monsters until every core seasonal we know today was created. With the Mythicals, who I'll soon get into, they then found their own little island which they called Wanderer Island, which over time turned into Seasonal Shanty. Ethereals. Next up, we have the Ethereal class, who reside in the Pocket Dimension. Ethereals are pretty much the Pocket Dimension equivalents of the Naturals, where Plasma is equal to Plant, Shadow is equal to Cold, and so on. The Ethereals are made up of 5 different ethereal elements. Ghast has Plasma, Grumpy Air has Shadow, Rebro has...
I'm just not gonna let that slide. It's Grumpire, MSM Flutter. Grumpire! I'm just kidding. It's still Grumpire, though.
Mech, Geode has Crystal, and Humbug has Poison. They all reside on one of the natural islands each. Ghast on Plant Island, Grumpy Air on Cold Island, Rebro on Air Island, Geode on Water Island, and Humbug on Water Island. Besides the single...
He just said Water Island twice. Humbug is on Earth Island, not Water Island. Okay?
Element ethereals, they all stay in the Pocket Dimension. But instead of them all being on one island, the ethereals are split into 2 main islands, Ethereal Island and Ethereal Workshop. Ethereal Island only holds the singles and doubles, while Ethereal Workshop, which is inside Ethereal Island's head, holds the triples, quads, and the quint. The workshop is where the Meebs are introduced, and you have to attune said Meebs to the energies of one of the mirror islands to turn them into an ethereal elemental Meeb. We also have the ethereal islets, which house every ethereal of a specific element on them. Plasma Islet, for example, has every monster with the plasma element, besides the other ethereal quads, on it. They are all hands of the ethereal island colossal Zero. The primordial class consists of 5 different elements corresponding to the natural elements. In lore, the primordials are kind of like the natural class's ancestors, as they were some of the first concepts ever made for the natural elements. Look at Loeb, who was the original concept for what would soon become Potbelly. Every primordial's design is based off of the diamond packs seen in Dawn of Fire. They are only found on the ethereal islets, being repurposed and fixed by Zero. Magicals. The magical class has multiple elements for multiple different islands: psychic, light, fairy, and bone. Magicals also have magical sanctum and magical nexus. Magical sanctum is in the pocket dimension, as that is where the magicals are originally from. The islands themselves are titans, sent by the stair shaper found on magical nexus. The stair shaper itself is an alien, and the nexus itself takes place in the beyond, which is the space of the monster world. Titan souls. The Titan soul class are the souls of the titans themselves that are the magical islands. You have to link monsters to it to energize it to the point where it'll fully activate and play hand in hand with the magical island itself, kind of controlling it like a puppet. So far, we only have 2 of them, Phosphoran Phlox and Kruvlaftian Crocus.
Mythicals. The mythical class were originally
He just changed his voice.
exclusive to the PS Vita for about 5 years before being brought to the main game. That changed in 2021 and 2022 when the community itself helped create new mythicals. Players who backed the Ultimate Creator Experience tier of the My Singing Monsters board game Kickstarter were able to visit BBB headquarters and design their own mythical monsters. BBB also released community polls that led to Strombonin and Bazinga. Mythical Island was released alongside the Dream Mythicals, which are in-game hybrids of the Mythicals and the Dream element monster, Catalyst. Paranormals.
The paranormals are relatively new, but they've
And you just changed your voice again.
already gotten their own island. They have 2 forms: major forms and minor forms, with the minor forms only being available on the mirror/minor versions of the island. They consist of 4 elements: control, hope, form is the actual puppet. Paranormal Carnival is in the beyond, the same place that Magical Nexus is in. Legendaries. The legendary monsters have multiple different types. First, we have the artist legendaries based on real musical artists. Sugar Bush and the Sugar Fam being based on Christian Bush, and BB Lizard being based on BB No Money. Then we have the Wordo legendaries, which are based on the monster handlers behind the game. Supernaturals. The supernatural class consists of the Wuboks and the Wublins, and they all share the one single element. You box monsters into them and then wake them up. Celestials. The Celestial class, in the lore, the Celestials were the first ever monsters, all harnessing one of the 12 main elements to their fullest extents, pretty much making them gods. They're based on the Zodiac calendar, and they have the same mechanics as Wublins and Amber Island vessels. They're also the only baby monsters in MSM, and the only monsters that you're able to actually age. The Dipsters. Next up, we have the Dipsters. They're lonely and no one likes them, so they hide underground. Oh yeah, they were also locked up in cages because no one liked them. Rares and Epics. The Rare and Epic classes are pretty much MSM's equivalent to shiny Pokemon, as the Rares and Epics are the same as the normal monsters, but with different designs, and sometimes different animations. Spectrals. The Globies. Not a sound of sound whatsoever, and they also originated from the Prism Gate. That is every class in MSM explained.